As you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action now, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Winston now. Forced out to right away. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Check 52.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready, Black 25. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Winston. They find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
For me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take an extra chance or 2, and if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
1 Ready. Move it. 41 Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Winston again. It's Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They go play action. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Look at the 8. Hey, take 26.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon there to make the grab. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And a nifty catch there for a first down by Michael Thomas. Still getting used to the fact that it's not Drew Brees throwing him passes. Never really 100% in 2020. Battled some injuries along the way. Ended up only suiting up for 7 games, 40 catches. That's a tough drop because in 2019, had 149 catches, an NFL record.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Winston. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They'll get this out to Camara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
41. Ready. Wait. Here we go. Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Camara. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check hot route. Hot.
They'll run out of the gun with Camara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, Winston rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
88. Check 50. Check. Lucky. Watch the shift.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Check.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And watch that. And watch the block.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Watch the slip.
On play action, Rodgers. And this one complete to Gafford. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Mike 56. Hey, come on.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
First down, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jameis again. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Second time, defense, let's go. High five. So don't say nothing. Hey, 626. High five. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry. Finds the mic. Finds the mic. Hey, 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 hey.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon in charge.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
You got it. 50.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Come on now,
and
let's go.
finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Something to watch here in week one of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. To throw again on second down, Winston. He's going to take another shot here, and that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike. You got nothing.
On third down, Winston. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Three down. Flip.
Play action now, Winston.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Well, his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Oh, really nice job there by Darnell Savage, plucking that one out of the air for an interception. And he flipped between free safety and strong safety in the early part of his NFL career. But if you ask him what position he plays, he'll tell you football player. The former first-round pick led Green Bay with 4 interceptions in 2020.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Get that ball. High five. How you getting the header?
Here's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Pass, catch, first down for Tunyon. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tunyon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Jameis to throw it. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
3 yards remain for second down.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Hey, Mike. 20, Mike 20. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, Mike.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Mike 20. Box it. Take you to school. Go to fifth with you.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 43.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll air it out deep for Thomas.
And oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again with Winston. Oh, that is hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. 31's the mic. Watch your
From the gun, Winston. And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world the rest of the challenge.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Out of his end zone, Winston. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Rashawn Gary able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Rodgers throw taken in by Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Green Bay, you can't ask for a better start as they...